Hello and welcome once again to Red Gaming Tech. My name is Amata. Today is the 12th of November and this time I have some interesting comments from Ubisoft Montreal, as apparently they're going to have, quote, more time to work on future Assassin's Creed installments thanks to the decision to hand leadership of one entry to the neighbouring Quebec studio. Now, this is according to the VP of Creative, who goes by the name of Lionel Renaud, who said in a recent interview that the move will afford Montreal more opportunities to experiment with the franchise, which of course has now become an annual fixture in Ubisoft's release calendar. Now, Ubisoft Quebec has had a helping hand in Assassin's Creed before, creating the Assassin's Creed 3 Homestead DLC and Black Flag's Freedom Cry DLC, which of course eventually went standalone. So basically this is going to mean that Quebec's Assassin's Creed will actually be the first installment of the franchise to be led outside of Ubisoft Montreal, and the decision is welcomed inside the flagship studio. This is according to Renaud, like I said previously, and he explained, quote, "In Montreal, we wanted to have more time to work on the Assassin's Creed franchise. I spoke to Francois Pelland very often about Quebec's game, and he is a friend. Honestly, it was not a huge issue. Quebec has worked with us a lot on the franchise. We were happy for that to happen, and because we have strong experience, we're also helping them a lot on the game they're making right now. For Montreal, this decision gives us more time. We've released a lot of Assassin's Creed games in Montreal every year, and sometimes we wish we had more time to make decisions and experiment on stuff." Now, they have succeeded in meeting the deadlines and have introduced new gameplay elements, but Renaud said that he's concerned by the, quote, tense rhythm that time constraints instill within development teams, and he went on to say, quote, "There are things we know we can do in Assassin's Creed and things we assume we can't, and I often stop to ask, why can't we do those things? What do we need to be able to try? Time, apparently, is not always a solution because, quote, when you are trying to meet release dates, you always take a very good player-focused decisions. When you have the pressure of time, you make faster decisions, so it also has a lot of value. Rather than trying to add things, you have to ask what kind of differences you're going to make to the experience and if it's worth it for the player." And that's all very nice, that all sounds great on the, little PR soap bubble or whatever. But we all know the real reason they've decided to give Assassin's Creed more time, and that's because Unity really could have done with more time. How much more time? Tough to say, maybe even a couple of extra months would have done it. Because overall the reports are that it's playable, but the constant frame rate drops and performance issues are definitely a hindrance, and obviously for some people on lower end PCs, it is not playable. When I say playable, I say just about. That doesn't mean acceptable. There is no way that it should be dropping to like 20 FPS or anything on any platform. When you say that a game is going to be 900p or whatever and 30 on the Xbox One, just for example, that's what you expect. Occasional frame drops maybe to like 25 or something, but you expect it to be fairly stable and for the studio to have actually done their stuff when it comes to optimization, and that goes double for the PC, where optimization is key with so many different setups available. And it seems Unity was really rushed out the gate, and Ubisoft are definitely feeling the pain, as you'll see in Crimson Reign's video, which should be uploaded as well today. And I think they are finally learning that there is only so much people can take. The name Assassin's Creed has kind of steadily grown less and less of a thing. It's still a big franchise, still one of my favourites, but it has kind of been in decline, especially with Ubisoft's recent comments. Hasn't really helped much, and now that Unity's come out in such a mess, yeah, people won't be so eager to buy the next title, and Ubisoft are obviously worried. That's the real reason behind this, if you ask me. But for some people, and I wouldn't really blame you if you are one of these people, it's going to be too little, too late. The series has been going for God knows how long now. Countless installments on AAA and of course on handheld as well, and we're still seeing no real updates to the combat system apart from the ones to Unity, which I can't speak personally of how grand these changes actually are because it's not even out in the UK until Friday. Hopefully our copies of the game will be arriving tomorrow if we're with any luck, But until then, I can't speak personally of them, but all I know is for however many titles, let's see, 6 I believe, 5 or 6, something like that, we had the same combat system with ever so slight improvements and the game being ridiculously easy for a long time. So yeah, Assassin's Creed, I love it, but it needs a serious kick up the arse, and hopefully Ubisoft's troubles will be what finally does it. Anyway, that is me done for this video, and I'll see you next time.